Hi, welcome to week 10 lecture. This week is the third section of the globalization of the Korean cinema, and this week's film was Train to Busan. If you like zombie films, you may like this Korean version of zombie film. I hope you had a chance to screen this film. And in terms of the glossary entries, the timestamp is when the term was spoken. Right? Don't worry about the what's written on the PPT, but you have to catch the time when the term was spoken by a presenter. And there are like some people. There's some entries with similar terms. For example, like from the other classes, this genre called makjang, one of the like a drama genres. So it's one person pick makjang genre and others just pick makjang. So it seems like they're different terms, but if we check the definition, it's the same definition, then you can call like a makjang genre or makjang. So it's the same term, right? So be careful when you name it. Oh, this term sounds similar to mine. Are they different or the same? Look at the definition. If the definition is the same, that is the same term, even though there's a slight variation of the term itself, right? So be careful with similar terms, right? Look at the definition, right? Okay, so this week groups 11 and 12 made their presentations, and thank you so much for presenting this week's film and the readings. Group 11 has a good intro. PPTs were excellently made, although some pages were a little bit too busy with too many letters. Delivery was really good and editing was excellent too, and I really loved the sound effect at the beginning. But then it could include some moving images or clips, right? And adding the names under the presenters would have been helpful as well. And the reaction section was really well done. And what I really liked Group 11's presentation is whenever they refer to the film, they add a timestamp where they're talking about specific scenes of the film. Then you can find the timestamp throughout the presentation. That was really, really excellent. And discussion questions and answers were also well done. The three connections section was excellent, especially the second and third ones were really well done. And in these three connection section, not the first one, but second and third connection section also included some information from external sources. That was good, but it would have been even better if these external sources in the presentation, the sections clearly talked about this external source, how the external source complement the column, your group's reading and the film, right? Instead of just you added this in-text citation as well, so the audience can tell which part is from the external source, which information is from external source. That was good, but beyond moving forward, going one step further and say that this external source information complement what's given in the reading and the film. So you clearly just say it. You speak about how this external source add more information to it. It's like highlight it, right? That you're making this link between the course material and the external source information, right? But it was really well done presentation. And group 12 had a good intro and verbal introduction of the group members, and the table of content was good. Again, like adding the written, the names written below the presenters, windows would have been helpful. And I think throughout the presentation, this presentation will benefit with more transition work, and oral delivery was good, and the film reaction section was well done. And two things, but you did three things learned was also well done. And the first discussion question and answer, although the question was good, but the second part of the question may be hard to answer if people don't know what the MERS outbreak was, right? And second discussion question was really great in including these comparative angles. And the three connections section need to clearly show the relationship between the reading and the film beyond summarizing the reading. And the external research section, again, was not really clearly presented as like a standalone, although the external resources are incorporated throughout the presentation. And I think the proper conclusion, going over what has been, presented, not only just talking about the reflections, would have been helpful. Again, thank you again, Group 12, for making the presentation. The Korean zombie horror film genre is a really good example of like localization of localization of the global element or global genre, and it's a good example of hybridity and like a good example of localization, right? So according to Gardner, the second reading made by Group 12, the Group 12 presented. Korean cinema's formula of localizing foreign film genre is really, working really well. And then the zombie film genre is really very foreign, from Hollywood, right? But then Korean cinema kind of very like localized it and made it like a Korean zombie genre, right? So using this global like a genre or global aesthetics, they but to show Korean emotion, Korean like issues, and Korean issues of national identity. So the format is from Hollywood, but what they show through that format is very Korean, right? And by doing so, they're like translating or reformulating the genre convention. So it's like genre itself is kind of also changed. They're not following the same convention from the Hollywood horror film genre, right? Korean zombies are not the same as Hollywood zombies. They're so fast and things like that too, right? So I just wanted to just point this out, and just wanna introduce other Korean zombie films. And if you see Seoul Station here, it's an animation by the same director, but this is like what happened before Train to Busan, right before, in terms of the timeline. So you can if you liked Train to Busan, you may be interested in this film Seoul Station. And other Korean zombie films, The Wailing was quite famous when it came out, and this is a horror film that will haunt you. And I'm not really a big fan of horror films, so I was afraid of watching this. But if you like horror films, you may want to check it out, The Wailing. And The Odd Family, I think it's like a Korean zombie comedy film. And GP506, and there's this Train to Busan, Zombie School, and Alive here too. So you want to check it out if you liked Train to Busan and other like Korean zombie films. And also there are like some zombie drama series that you can watch through Netflix. All of Us Are Dead. This is happening in high school, and Happiness and The Kingdom. I think there are like 2 series and 1 sequel. So if you really like Korean zombie films, then you can also check it out, this zombie drama series as well. And thank you very much for your attention. Oh, by the way, I posted a rubric for the final project on our e-class, so please check it out. And you will have to write the script to make your presentation, right? And when you write the script, please don't let ChatGPT or other AI tools to don't let let it write it for you, because there are certain like expressions that ChatGPT loves, like something like a tapestry, and some. So if you listen to it, if you read, written produced by ChatGPT, you can catch it. So please don't make your presentations like ChatGPT, and also don't use this computer generated voice. So it really feels not that authentic, and I want your voice at least. And if I think you can do that much, right? Okay, this is it for today's lecture. Thank you very much for your attention.